Kia ora everybody, back again with Rowdy for episode 2 of what I'm going to be calling Rowdy's Rants. Thank you Baxter for the idea for the title, awesome as. Thanks everyone who left comments on my first episode. I wasn't sure if anybody was going to be into it, and then people commented and looks like heaps of people dug it, so cool as. We're here for another one, hopefully get some more in. Today's one goes out to an old friend I haven't seen since 1996. Jason Tipping from Cambridge. Yep, Jace, you were good as dude back in the day. I've got no reason to believe you've changed, so cool man, this one's for you. We're going to look at today Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magik. Excellent album. All right, 1991 this came out. In fact, this album came out September 24th, 1991, same day as Nirvana's Nevermind. It's pretty cool. Two awesome as albums. Right, so this one here, this one is really cool. This is my favorite Chili Peppers album of all time. I like all the albums before this album, but I only really like one album after this one, which was One Hot Minute. I kind of feel like Chili's been like this, and they hit their peak with Blood Sugar Sex, and then just came down the other side of the old whatever you call it, triangle graph. That's just my opinion. I know lots of people think Californication's awesome, and Stadium Arcadium had some cool songs on it too, but I don't know. There's nowhere for me. Chili's never been the same since Blood Sugar Sex Magik, in my opinion. Right, so this album here, what happened was when the previous album they did, which was called Mother's Milk, did really well, commercial success, but the company that the Chili's were with, you kind of really were kind of forcing them to do more radio-friendly type music, and from research I've done, Anthony Kiedis and Flea were kind of like, nah, it's not really, we like the songs, but it's not really the direction we wanted, and we didn't have as much creative input as we would have liked. And so after the album, they started looking for a producer that they thought would be, someone who really, really gelled with them. And a name that kept coming up was Rick Rubin. And at the time, Anthony Kiedis was like, I don't know, man, Rick, he's good cat and all that, but isn't he the Slayer guy? And Slayer, a totally different band to Red Hot Chili Peppers. And he was a Slayer dude. He founded Beastie Boys, Run DMC, put Def Jam together. Public Enemy. All those albums are fantastic that he did, but I can see where they were like, oh, Slayer's pretty different. Anyway, they decided, yep, we'll go with Rick Rubin, and we know that was a success because the album's amazing. Not only that, every album after Blood Sugar Sex Magik has been produced by Rick Rubin. I don't know about the latest one that they've put out, but I know the 5 albums after Blood Sugar Sex, Rick Rubin was on all of those. Okay, so the album was recorded in a mansion, Harry Houdini's mansion actually. Apparently it was haunted too, but it was in Laurel Canyon out in Hollywood Hills, and Rick Rubin was basically like, look, let's get away from studios, let's get away from being stuck in the studio. Let's be a bit more organic. Let's get into a venue or an environment where you can really kind of feel like you're at home. And it was like 8-bedroom mansion, and the band all had their own room, and they just kind of chilled in there and they did their recordings. There's a really cool doco called Funky Monks. I remember watching the video VHS of that way back in the day. It's all in black and white, but it's a cool doco if you get a chance. Maybe it's on YouTube, I don't know. But yeah, that's where the album was recorded, and yeah, it's to this day, everybody. I think most people would say that if it's not their favorite one, it's definitely up there. All right, I kind of made some notes because a friend of mine sent me a message and goes, "Oh, hey dude, maybe you should make some notes for your talk." I kind of like freestyling, but whatever. I'll have a look at my notes this time. Cool. What surprised me about this album was that when I did some reading about it, all the band members said that they really wanted to go for a more stripped down kind of natural sounding album. I guess that surprised me because this album sounds really polished. It's got a fantastic tone the whole way through, and I guess I just kind of figured that there would have been a lot of things added to the songs, but apparently not. Rick Rubin was like, no, let's go natural or natural. So he chose like lots of amps and instruments from the 60s and the 70s, that real organic kind of natural tone. And like Flea talked about how in previous albums he did a lot of slap bass, and he was kind of all over the show, and he was like, I'm the bass player, yo, I'm here. Um, and then this album he said, nah, I want to kind of get inside the songs more and feel the groove a bit more and not kind of be like, boom, Flea. Which is, yeah, thinking about it now when I listen to the songs, Flea's definitely, he does a lot more kind of picking and there's a lot more melody in there. He's kind of really gelling into the song as opposed to just kind of being that driving force. Um, what's his name? John Frusciante, the guitarist. This is his second album with the band. He said that all his solos, all his leads, he did first or second take. Didn't want to do anything more than a second take. He said, no, I didn't, imperfections, leave them in there. He just wanted it to feel really natural and just have this really beautiful flow where it was just like, it was just, it wasn't layered, wasn't messed with, which is cool. I respect that. I love it. Right. I don't know about reading from notes. Kind of doesn't feel so natural. But hey, leave some comments, see what you say. Um, the album was originally going to be a double album, so they were going to put it on two vinyls or four vinyls, um, or double cassette, whatever, double CD. But Warner Brothers, who Chili's were with, were like, nah, nah, nah. And I don't know, I can understand, double albums are always more expensive, it costs a lot more to produce. They didn't go with it. They said, no, chop some songs out, and we'll just go with a single disc album. The songs that got cut out though were "Soul to Squeeze," and that's a fantastic song. But okay, they chopped it out. And "Sikamika," which is also a cool song. It's on the Wayne's World soundtrack. And do you remember that compilation, "The Trip"? Remember that one? Yeah, "Sikamika" was on that as well. Well, I thought those two songs were awesome, but I don't make the decisions. Um, yeah, so it didn't become a double album. Fair enough. The artwork on there, I love the artwork on the album. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's almost a painting, I suppose, and got the tongues interwoven with each other and the roses and that. Awesome album. The guy who arranged all the artwork, a guy called Gus Van Sant, and he's a director. He directed Good Will Hunting, Drugstore Cowboy. Awesome artist, awesome artist. So yeah, why not? Why not choose him? The vinyl that I got, this one here, this is not the original pressing. I couldn't afford the original pressing when it came out. This is a repress, and it's not gatefold. If anybody knows vinyls, you know what I mean by gatefold, where you open the album and the cover goes like that. It's not gatefold like the original was, and the vinyl I've got, it's not like the CD, where the CD came with a lot more artwork. It had all like, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it had like all their tattoos and stuff like that. Kind of cool. I suppose you're not really missing too much. Great photo though. Yeah, I don't know. I would have thought the vinyl would have had way more. I had a really cool Blood Sugar Sex Magic poster that I got from some kind of weird carnival in Masterton. Masterton, I know. Don't ask me why I was there. It was for a girl. But yeah, I got the cool poster. Someone stole it though. Just in case. Hey, karma. Right, let's get into the songs. So, very first song opens the album, "Power of Equality." That's almost a hip hop song, in my opinion. It's like Anthony Kiedis is kind of rapping. I got tapes, I got CDs, I got my Public Enemy. That's wicked. I think any hip hop artist would be like, yeah, I'd rate that as a hip hop song. That's real powerful. It's about racism and equality. It's great things to be challenging down and saying, hey man, let's give it a that. Cool song to open it up with. Second song, If You Have to Ask. Took me a long time to really get into that song. I remember skipping it to begin with, but I like it now. But to start with, no, it wasn't my jam. The video for that song, I don't think many people have seen it, but all the footage of it, all the footage in the video is all stuff that was taken and filmed from the Chili's 1992 show in Wellington. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's cool. Uh, Third song is "Breaking the Girl." It's a great song. Great song. Um, Reading Anthony Kiedis' book Scar Tissue, Who's ever read that? That's a trip, eh? That's a trip. That's man. That dude's out the gate. What a story. In his book, he talks a lot about his sexual experiences and things like that. Especially his first one. Imagine your first experience ever with a woman. Your dad gives a hoon on your missus. Yeah, that's pretty hard out. So in the song "Breaking the Girl," Anthony Kiedis is talking about he's worried. He's becoming like his dad, like a bit of a womanizer, where he's with so many women that he's like, man, am I ever gonna find like that real love? It's kind of lonely being with all these different women. He's real worried about that kind of thing. Raised by my dad. Yeah. Anyway, um, the cool thing for me as a drummer in that song is the trash can drums that come in the bridge. It's all trash cans, and they went to the dump and found some old trash cans and some old percussion stuff that people throw out. Put that in there. Rick Rubin, what a producer, the man. He's the man. All right, next song after Breaking the Girl. Oh, Funky Monks. Funky Monks. That's a cool song. It's not really about much, but it is a cool song, and it's one of the few ones where Flea's got the slap bass back out. It's pretty cool. I like it. Enough said on that one. Next song is "Suck My Kiss." That song's cool. That song's cool. It's kind of punk rock. It's quite fast, it's in your face, and it's about being so into a girl that you would do anything to get with her. We've all been there. We've all been there. All of us can relate to that one. After that, I Could Have Lied. That's a cool song. It's an acoustic song. He's got one of the few songs that got acoustic guitar on in there, and it's all stripped down, real minimal. I actually sung that song for my school C, so what's that, like year 9, 10, 11, I don't know, year 11, something like that. Year 10, year 11. I sung that with Shane Taipari. Shane, if you're out there, bro, I miss you, man. You're a good cat. I miss you heaps. Me and Shane busted that song out for, like, must have been some part of our exam or test. I don't know. I sung that song. It was cool. But yeah, that song, I Could Have Lied, that's all about Anthony Kiedis went out with Sinead O'Connor. Like old bally Sinead O'Connor. Yeah, he went out with her, and I guess he didn't like her. I don't know. Maybe he lied to her. Or maybe he should have lied to her. I don't know. I could have lied. Cool. Great song though. Great song. I remember. I think that's the very first song I ever heard off this album. Crispin Taranaki. He came to intermediate one day. We went to Cambridge Intermediate, and we were in Mr. Petrie's class. And I think Jason, you might have been in that class too, maybe. But Crispin played that song, and I was like, "Yo, where did you see that from?" You know, I was young, but yeah, I remember listening to that. Crispin always got real cool music off his older brothers. His choice. Um, right after that, we got Mellowship, Slinky in B major. Um, that's a cool song. That's basically Anthony Kiedis just doing a shout out to all the things he loves. These are just a few of my favorite things. That's cool. He's really getting down with it, and it's a big shout out to like Mark Twain, Truman Capote, Charles Bukowski. Sit on the porch, I'll read Bukowski. Those are all poets. Oh, Mark Twain's a writer, but those other poets from LA. So must have had a huge impact on Anthony. And then he gets a shout out to Robert Williams, mad artist. Robert Williams did the original artwork for the album I was talking about yesterday, Appetite for Destruction. Um, yeah, and then there's a part in one of the choruses uh, for Mellowship when he's talking about Purple Haze. He references Purple Haze, Jimi Hendrix, and Bad Brains, Bad Brains. Cool punk band, cool punk band. Yeah, it's cool. He's shouting out to his locals, going, "Yo, you guys are cool." I like that. Righteous and the Wicked is the next song. That's a cool song. It's like a kind of, hey, let's look after the planet. Long before climate change was a discussion, Anthony was talking about, hey, let's not pollute our planet. That's cool. All right. After that, give it away now. Yeah, what a song, man! And the video clip's out the gate too. It's funky. It's got a hard drive to it. It's got that real catchy. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Um, yeah, few people can spit that out as fast as Mr. Kiedis. He went out with Nina Hagen. I don't know if you guys know Nina Hagen, German artist, singer. He went out with her, and she was talking to him one day. think he liked one of her jackets, and she was like, "Yo, take it." And he was like, for real, I can have it." And she was like, "Yeah, take it, take it." I mean, she gave him this big talk about how material possessions, we shouldn't be so attached to them, and that it's important to be able to let things go if you need to, and not be like, "Oh no, I've got to keep everything to me." You got to give it away. And he said that really stuck with him, and he was like, "Yeah, I really dig that. I really dig that kind of attitude towards things. Give stuff away. I like to do that. I like to give my friends things. I'm never happier than when I'm hooking a friend up, which is cool. But yeah, give it away started as like a jam session. Lee and Chad were having a jam, and then John jumped in and chucked some stuff over, and Anthony already had those lyrics down. He was like, "Yo, play that again." And they rocked it up and had to go. Apparently, the song was actually first kind of put together. Some of the original structure of it was put together. Flea and I think Chad were in like a side project band called Hate, with some of the dudes from Fishbone. I haven't never really heard it. It'd probably be cool because Fishbone wrote it. But yeah, apparently that song came from those jam sessions and Hate. Good choice. But yeah, give it away. What a cool song. References River Phoenix in there, which is good. River Phoenix, man, what a loss, eh? But apparently they were good friends with River Phoenix. There's a river born to be a giver. So yeah, talk a lot about him in there. All right, I believe they're on the tape. That's the end of the first side of the tape, and the end of the first disc on record. Yeah. So then after that we've got Blood Sugar Sex Magic. Now that's the title track. This album is really the main theme throughout this album is sex. It is. It's a sexual album. And there's a lot of referencing going on in there where Anthony's just like, yeah, man, and he talks a lot in his book about music being, a sexual thing. Music is a very, intertwining with other souls and other people and getting busy and getting grooves on. And yeah, I can dig who doesn't like sex. But yeah, that's that song. Next after that is Under the Bridge. Under the Bridge, it's a bit unfortunate that song just got thrashed. You know what I mean? Like, it's a great song, but I just can't listen to it anymore. I just heard it so many times. Every covers band at every nosedive pub plays Under the Bridge, and yeah, cool. I'm not knocking anybody who plays it, but I just can't dig it anymore. It's a bit of a bummer. Apparently, the song it almost didn't happen, and Rick Rubin, bit of a nosy fella, he was going through Anthony Kiedis' journal. That's not cool, eh? But anyway, he came across this poem that Anthony had written about his darkest time, about really hitting that bottom of the barrel, being at his lowest point with his drug addiction, cocaine and heroin, and he wrote a poem. And Rick was like, "Yo, you should take this to the guys, man. This is a song." He's like, "I don't know, it's kind of soft for the album, and it is a soft song. Um, I don't know. He showed the other guys, and rest is history. They liked it, and it became a killer hit. We made them a lot of money. So I'm not telling everybody to go out and take their journals and tell everybody their stuff, but work for them. After that is Naked in the Rain. This is one of my favorite songs on the track. It's real happy. It's real drivey. It's when the sun's out. You want to play that song, and it's the first song that the Chili's recorded for this album. Was Naked in the Rain. It's just cool about loving the wilderness, loving nature. Who doesn't want to dig that? All right. Next up is Apache Rose Peacock. That's cool. I like the song. All about New Orleans, man. I can't wait to go to New Orleans. NOLA, all the way. So many cool bands from there. Down, Corrosion of Conformity. I just read so many cool things about the place. I don't really care about Bourbon Street and seeing all the Mardi Gras and stuff like that. That's tourist bullcrap. But I'd love to go there and just the sheer culture and history of music. There's just, jazz was born there, I believe. I don't know. There's so much cool stuff. A lot of my favorite albums have been recorded in studios in New Orleans. That's where Blind Melon made Soup. That's, oh man, so much culture, so much blues, so much soul, everything. It'd be cool. So that's that song. It's about New Orleans. My wife and I, we were planning to go to New Orleans. We had a plan. We had some money put aside, and we were going to go. And then we got pregnant with Violet. I love you, Violet. Man, you do make life hard sometimes. Um, After that is the greeting song. Yeah, it's a cool song. It's quite a drivey song. Um, Apparently, Anthony wasn't really into this one, and Rick Rubin said to him, "Yo, Anthony, can you write me a song about driving fast cars and hanging out with girls?" He was like, "Yeah, I guess." Did the whole Garth, I guess. Um, Apparently, Anthony didn't really like the song that much, but I don't know, people like it. Seems to be a pretty cool song. It's not my favorite, but it is quite a drivey song. Driving around, I got my something and my something. Yeah. All right. And then after that, my favorite song on the album. Man, this song, it hits me right in the feels every time I listen to the song. My Lovely Man. The song was written about Halal Slovak, which was the original guitarist, and yeah, he died of a heroin overdose. Uh, don't do drugs, kids. And Anthony Kiedis was pretty shattered. I'm surprised it didn't kind of make it to Mother's Milk, but maybe Kiedis wasn't ready to process that emotion yet. But he really did on this one, and it's a beautiful tribute to a fallen friend. Um, that's a beautiful song, Yeah, yeah, I love it. There's a part in there where he says, I know what it says now, but when I was younger, I misheard the lyrics. He says, I listened to Roberta Flack. I don't know who Roberta Flack was. I still don't really listen to her, but she's a musician. But I didn't hear him say I listened to Roberta Flack. I heard him say I listened to the Butterflies. I don't know, nonsensical. Makes more sense with Roberta Flack, but yeah, yeah, man. I'm just trying to think of some of the lyrics where he's just really heartfelt, singing to his bro. I miss you, brother. But I know you won't come back. Oh, it's a sad song. It's a beautiful, beautiful tribute. Next song on the album, Sir Psycho Sexy. Holy damn! What a what a carnival psychedelic sex trip this one is. It's like Anthony Kiedis is just kind of, I don't know, making up wicked exaggerated stories about, hooking up with girls and the craziest ways. And that's cool. It's a cool song. It's badass. And it's I got stopped by a lady cop in my automobile. And he just the way he kind of flows his lyrics, he's just kind of, it's almost like he's had a little bit of a substance going on, and then he's just he's having a yarn with his bros, like we do in the man cave or when the ladies aren't around, we just kind of got our slang talk on. That's cool. And then it's got that really cool outro to the song where it kind of starts to descend and just sort of takes you out of the groove and puts you into a calm sleep. And then bang! Hit with Mugs and the Red Hot. Red Hot. I didn't realize that nobody else knew that that song is by Robert Johnson, the original blues player. Robert Johnson was responsible for every good thing in music, as far as I'm concerned. That's a Robert Johnson song, man. I thought everybody knew that. Everyone was like, man, that's that song that they do, that the Chili's do. Atomize and the red hot, red, that's gotta be said. That's Robert Johnson all the way. I guess they were like, cool, let's pay tribute to the man, and do that song at the very end. It's a cool song. Go listen to the original. It's pretty funny. It's a lot slower. A lot slower. So that's Blood Sugar Sex Magik. That's my Rowdy's rant on Blood Sugar Sex Magik. That's a great album. That's a great album. Jason Tipping, hope you enjoyed that, bro. Thanks heaps for commenting, man. Miss you, bro. Be cool to catch up one of these days. So you got some kids and stuff, and still a Carter. That's cool. High school sweethearts. Wicked. Yeah, man. So everybody else, stay safe. Peace. Hopefully, if y'all like this again, we'll do a third one. We'll see. Laters.